Welcome to the Menti quiz for sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So guys, here is the quiz code 760-93592. Right? I'm going to repeat this again. 760-93592. Go to www.menti.com and join the quiz. Right, guys, are you here? Have you joined? I want you to let me know in the chat box if you have joined. Yes, I can see. Ankita, you've joined. Yes, Aradhana. Hi. Yes, Charvi, you've joined. Okay, very good. Hi, Archit. Hi, guys. Hi. Yes, very good, guys. Very good. So I know that in the previous session, we have discussed a lot of interesting and different concepts, right? So what we are going to do is we will look at some questions. Not a problem, awesome, not a problem. Take your time, right? Again, you have the quiz code up here and you can join, okay? And you can ask your friends also to join. It's a quiz, right? We all are having fun here. So you can ask your friends also to join and send them the code and they can also participate. Yes? Okay, very good. So guys, are we ready for the quiz? I want you to send in all your responses. Send me thumbs up or stickers or whatever it is. Yes. Send it to me in the chat box and show me how excited you are for the Menti quiz. Yes, oh yes, I can see a lot of things coming in. Oh, Shakti is saying no, ma'am. I'm pretty sure, Shakti, you are going to be excited, I'm pretty sure. Yes, Shreya, very good. Yes, okay then. I can see a lot of interesting responses coming in. So, shall we get started? All right then. Just give me it's loading and as you can see, so many participants out there. Only 75 avatars are shown. Okay, I know there are more people out there. Yes, Vidushi, I can see you're super duper excited. Let's start the countdown. Answer fast to get more points. Identify the cell labeled as X. So here, as you can see, we have an image given and we need to identify which is X. So we have polar nuclei, synergid cell, X cell and antipodal cell. Oh, Ankita is telling that the lion one is hers. Okay. So guys, we have 15 seconds for this particular question. Be the fastest person to answer. 10 seconds left on the clock, right? 8, 7, 6. Ooh, I can also see answers are coming in the chat box. Very good, guys. And time's up. Wonderful. 87 of you have got this right. Really very proud of all of you, where most of you have got the answer to this. Some of you have gotten confused with polar nuclei and antipodal cell. Not a problem. Let's quickly recall this. Now, the image that was given was that of the ovule that is there, right? And we know that there were two cells that we had to focus on. One was the polar nuclei and the other one was the X cell. And since the question was asking about X cell, the answer here is egg. Not to get confused with polar nuclei, which is present in the center. Yes, Chitra, I know it is an easy peasy question. And Shakti, it is okay, not a problem at all. You can take up the next question. So now guys, let's move on to the next one, right? So the next question that we have here is the second question. Oh, Fennel says question is like halwa hi halwa. Moving on. As you can see, answer fast to get more points. Okay, seed develops from what? And we have 4 options, wherein we have style, stigma, ovary, ovule. This is also very simple and easy. No, we're talking about where the seed develops from. Yes, Shweta, I know easy peasy question, but go ahead and send the answer to this. Very good, Shakti, you already answered. Very good. So we have 13 seconds left on the clock, right? 13 seconds are left. You can already see answers coming in also. Very good, guys. Very good, all of you. And time's up. And here, as you can see, the correct answer is option D, ovule. Now, I can see about 73 of you have got it clear that we are talking about the ovule. But some of you have gotten confused with ovary, right? Oh, I can also see that there are some misclicks. Okay, Fennel and Abhinav, it's completely okay. Sometimes it happens, like, we tend to do that. No problem at all, okay? So as you can see here, we know that after fertilization, we know that the ovule will eventually develop and become into the seed, while the ovary will ripen and become into the fruit, okay? So this right here is very important. So to remember, And it's okay, Abhinav. It happens sometimes, not a problem at all. So let's go on to the next question. So as you can see here, the next question that we have here is, let's wait for it to load. Yes, which of the following events happens after fertilization? As you can see, we have formation of pollen tube, formation of fruit, formation of bud, and formation of root hair. Come on guys, very simple. We're talking about an event that will happen after fertilization, which is nothing but the fusion of gametes. Or we're talking about some post-fertilization changes. What would happen? We have 10 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, I can already see answers coming in. Very good, Aditya. Very good, Nikesh. Very good, Mausam. Very good, Abhinav. And time's up. And very good. I can see 70 of you have answered this right, where we see formation of root. While formation of pollen, formation of bud, and formation of root hair is not something that we see after or after fertilization, right? So very quickly, we know that there are various post-fertilization changes. Yes, and we know that after fertilization, all the non-essential parts that are there, such as the petals, the sepals, as a matter of fact, even stamens and even the stigma style, all of that will wither off, and we only see that the development of fruit takes place. It's okay, Shakti. It happens once in a while. Silly mistakes. But I hope you've understood where you've gone wrong and made a note of it. And very good, Bhagya. Very good, Pragya. Very good, Ankita. You guys have all done a wonderful job. Very, very proud of all of you. Right? No issues, Pragya. Take some time. We can sort it out. And then we can resume the quiz. No issues at all. Right? So let's have a look at the next question that we have here. Okay, then. It's loading some results. That means it's time for what? I'm pretty sure that you know, right? If the results are loading, it means that it is time for... Quickly tell me when the results are being loading. We know that it is time for the leaderboard. But I guess I made a mistake here because it is not time for the leaderboard. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I made a mistake here. So sorry. Moving on to the fourth question that we have here, right? So which of the following reproductive structures does not fall off after fertilization? Is it style, stigma, ovary, or petals? Very quickly tell me, what do you think is the answer? Very simple. Which of the following reproductive structures does not fall off after fertilization? Thank you so much, Chitra. You're saying it's no problem. Thank you. We have 10 seconds left. Guys, come on. Very simple. Which of the following reproductive structures does not fall off? Yes, and time's up, right? And very, very good. As I can see, 80 of you have got this right. It is ovary. Again, if I have to quickly recall, we know that fertilization is the process of fusion of male and female gametes, right? And this takes place inside the ovule, wherein the ovule will become the seed and ovary will become into the fruit, while the other parts will wither off. Very good, guys. Very good, Pragya. Very good, Bhagya. You guys have all got it right. Hey, Ankita, it's completely okay. It happens once in a while. Not a problem at all. But guys, when you're making any sort of small, silly mistakes, right, try to figure out where you're, made that mistake so that next time you can make a note of it. Next, let's have a look, right? So with this, we have had a look at so many questions and it's time for the next one. So the next question that we have here is, fusion of male gamete and egg cell results in the formation of what? Very simple, very easy. Zygote, ovum, pollen grains and endosperm. Yes, Fennel. Yes, leaderboard after this question. Thank you also for reminding me. Okay then, very simple question wherein fusion of male gamete and egg cell results in the formation of what? We've discussed this so much that by now I'm pretty sure you know what's the answer, right? Very simple. You can already see some answers coming in. Chitra is telling A pakka. Shobha has also given A. Aditya also is telling me A. Yes, time's up and wonderful. 90 of you have got this right. Because we know that fusion of male and female gamete is known as fertilization. And when we say there is fusion of male gamete and the egg cell, we know that this right here is zygote. But if it were to fuse with polar nuclei, then it would be endosperm. Right, very good. Okay, Pragya, you said that you misclicked. It's completely fine. It happens, once in a while. That's completely okay. Just be careful. So with this, we have reached the leaderboard for mid quiz, and as you can see, it is processing. And the fastest right here is Janya. Very good, Janya. You've scored about 4,866 points. We have Dhruvi, Diksha. We have somebody who has a name Baijuite. Very proud of you. Anisha, Rashmi. We have Vaibhav, Charvi, right, and Kantash. Very good, guys. Very good. And I know some of your names may not be here, but trust me, I am proud of all of you, right? Irrespective of which place you got, right? What is important is that you're learning and you're having fun. And if this is happening, nothing else to worry about because it's a quiz, it's a game, right? Oh, Aradhana, you are Baijuite. Okay, congratulations, Aradhana. Very good. Proud of all of you for showing such enthusiasm. Now, shall we get started with the next set of questions? Are you ready for the next set of questions that we have? I want to see some enthusiasm in the chat. Got all correct, but time is a point. It's okay. No problem, awesome. Important, like I told you, is to have fun and to learn, right? Okay, then. Moving on to the next set of questions. So here, as you can see, the sixth question that we have here is... Answer fast again to get more points, but important is to answer. The part of the seed that gives rise to the shoot is what? Plumule, radicle, cotyledon, or apex? This should be very simple because we're talking about the structure of the seed. And we know that seed has the embryo. I've sort of dropped a hint there already. So this should be very simple. You have 12 seconds left on the clock and we need to identify the part that gives rise to the shoot. Yes, I can see answers coming in. Very good, guys. The answer is the first option that we have here, which is plumule. And 79 of you have got this right. Wonderful. So very quickly, if we were to look at the structure of the seed, we know that the seed has the embryo that is there in the center, as you can see in this image, and it has two parts. We have plumule and radicle. Now the plumule is the part that gives rise to the future shoot, while radicle is the part that gives rise to the future root. Okay guys, I can see some of you are having, Aradhana, you're having technical issue. No problem. Papya, it is okay, no issues, right? The importance is that you've got it right. No, you got the answer correct, which means you're strong with the concepts. That is what matters and it is important. So don't worry. So here someone's asked me, what about cotyledon? Now cotyledon is a structure that is important, or it provides nourishment to the growing embryo. Because at the end of the day, if we need to grow, right, we also need energy, right? We need food and energy. Same thing goes for the plant. It needs food and energy. So cotyledon will store the food or provide nourishment. Okay? Now let's have a look at the next question that we have here. So as you can see, we have the seventh question. So this question is very simple, right? Wherein they're asking us about which of the following is an abiotic agent of seed dispersal, right? Squirrel, hummingbird, parrot, or water. Which right here is an abiotic agent of seed dispersal? Come on guys, we have 20 seconds left on the clock. This should be very simple. We're talking about something which is abiotic, and just think about what does abiotic here stand for. Because if I give you that one clue, no, you'll find it out very easily. So we know that abiotic means non-living. And what is non-living amongst these three? Yes, very good Weber, very good Yugandhara. It is option D, water. And I can see that 90 of you have got this right. Because when we talk about seed dispersal, we know that it is a process of transferring the seed away from the parent plant, right? And we have some agents that help us out with that. We have wind and water, which are abiotic or non-living agents. And we have biotic agents, which include animals and birds, right? So, we have had a look at all of these interesting questions. Let's move on to the next one, right? Question number 8 out of the 10 questions that we have in store for you. Let's have a quick look. Okay, then the question that we have here is, how many male gametes does a pollen tube contain? 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be super easy, right? It's an easy peasy question like you always tell me. Guys, come on. What do you think? How many gametes are there in the pollen tube? I can see that, this should be a simple one because we've already discussed it. Ooh, I can also see answers coming in. Very good, guys. Very good. See guys, don't worry about the time, okay? How much of a time that you're taking, it happens. Important is to get the correct answer. And here, as I can see, 78 of you have got the correct answer, which says 2, while some of you have got confused with 1. So, oh, I can also see some misclicks are there. It's completely okay. It's completely okay. So we know that pollen grain contains the male gametes, and after pollination, when it lands on the stigma, we see that it will grow or germinate into a pollen tube that will transport 2 male gametes. So that right here is very important. Now next up we have the 9th question that we have in store, where we will see what the question is. After fertilization, ovary becomes what? By now, I know that you know this answer even in your sleep, right? If I ask you this question, I'm pretty sure you will know the answer. Is it seed coat, fruit, radicle, or plumule? Come on guys, I know this is very simple. We've discussed this over and over, so I'm pretty sure that all of you will be getting it. Yes, I can see easiest coming in, easy peasy. I know it. So we have about 7 seconds left on the clock. You can see answers also coming in as fruit. Yes, and time's up. And as you can see here, in this case, we can see that the results are loading. So let's just wait a minute for the results to load, and it's out. 86 of you have got this right. Wonderful. Because we know that after fertilization, right, or fusion of male and female gametes, we know that the ovary will ripen and become into the fruit, while the ovule will develop and form into the seed. Yes, I know, Chitra, easy peasy, lemon squeezy questions. I know it. But it could also be that you guys are very confident about the concepts. That's why these questions are also very simple for you. So it's kudos to you guys too, that you are so strong and confident with the concepts in bio. Now next up, as you can see, we have the 10th question that we have here. And in this case, let's have a quick look at the questions, right? The growth of a seed into a young plant is called seed germination, right? True or false? Now here, as you can see, time's already running, and I can see Sheetal is asking me, when will you tell the answer of the 5 intriguing questions? So Sheetal, these questions were discussed in the concept capsule, so you can go there. And time's up, right? So in this case, as you can see, most of you have got it right, right? So we know that this statement here is true. Because when we talk about germination, we know that it is a process wherein a seed containing an embryo will undergo various changes and will ultimately develop into a new plant, right? Yes, I can see that a lot of you have got this right. So guys, are you having fun? We have looked at so many questions. Are you having fun? Right. Okay then. Okay, I can see that a lot of you are having fun, and I can see some of the answers are also coming in, right? Okay, so let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. We have the leaderboard coming in, and a lot of the results are processing, right? And as you can see here, in the first place, right? The first place we have Dhruvi. Congratulations, Dhruvi. You've got 9,770 points. I can also see that Aradhana, Janya, Charvi, Suraj, Preetham, Anuj, Anjali, Reema, Diksha, you guys have all made it to the top 10. Very proud of you. And guys, it's okay. I know that there are so many of you out there. Abhinav, Shakti, Satyam, Shweta, Charvi. Very proud of all of you for, doing such a wonderful job. It's okay about the place and the time. That really does not matter. What is important that you had fun in today's class, right? I always tell you this. It is not about getting placed or anything. It is about if you've understood the concepts clearly. If you're able to apply the concept in your questions that are there. And that is what is mattering, or that is what matters the most at the end of it. Now, of course, in our next session, in the next week, we will be discussing human reproduction. Same time, same place at 6:30. And in the description box, you will have a PDF link to some of the interesting questions from human reproduction. So go there, have a look at those questions and try to solve them, and we will be discussing in our session. And in case you've had any doubt with whatever we've been discussing or in any of the concepts that we have discussed, you can always go back to the concept capsule session and have a look. Yes, Swagatika, I remember your question, which is better, self-pollination or cross-pollination, right? So when we talk about pollination, we know that there is transfer of pollen between anther to stigma. And in most cases, it is believed that cross-pollination will give out better features because of variation, right? Because transfer of pollen is taking place between the anther and stigma of two different flowers, but of the same kind. So if one flower were to have more advanced characteristics and fusion takes place, then the variations will be higher, right? Which can be advantageous when compared to, say, self-pollination. So I hope I've answered your question, right? You can let me know. And I also saw that some of you were asking me to describe triple fusion once again. So I'm just going to quickly do that as well because I remember this question. Yes, I remember the question. So triple fusion, as the name suggests, we know that in the ovule, we have two important cells that we need to remember, right? We need to remember about the egg cell or the female gamete, and we also need to remember about the polar nuclei or the central cell. Now, one thing is that in the central cell, no, there will be two nuclei, okay? And when the male gamete will also go and fuse, we see that totally there will be three nuclei inside it, or what we call as triple fusion. So, very simple, you can think about it. Polar nuclei, there are two coming together to form the central cell. So guys, I hope that I have clarified your doubts, because don't worry about it, because we are all here for you and we have got you covered, right? We are always there for you, helping you out and making sure that concepts are made easy. And if you want to explore more, we have some free trial classes and the link is there in the description below. I hope you had a lot of fun in today's class, because I surely did. Thank you, Nikesh. Thank you, Disha. Bye. Hi, Sanjana. I hope you had fun. Right. Okay. I can see that a lot of you are having fun and I hope all your doubts are clarified. Right. So, hoping to see you very, very soon again in next session. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye, bye. Bye, Ananya. Bye. Right. Okay then. See you very soon again. Bye, bye. Have a nice day.